Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to explain Coverlet integration using xUnit. This is my second part video. For first part link, please the description part of this video. From these topic names, I will cover merging result, threshold, excluding from coverage. Let's start with merging result. With Coverlet, you can combine the output of multiple coverage runs into a single result. Command used: .NET test/p, collect coverage equals true/p, merge with equals /path/ to /result, JSON. The value given to /p, merge with must be a path to Coverlet's own JSON result format. The results in result JSON will be read and added to the new results written to by Coverlet. Let's check the example. Here I have taken two xUnit projects. First one is test employee repo and another is test employee service. Please see the files. Open your terminal window. First, we need to execute code coverage command in test employee repository solution. Here we can see the coverage JSON file has created. Now we can execute our merging command. Here I am giving the path of my coverage XML file from test employee repo solution. So, in result window, we are getting the merge result of code coverage files. Let's go to the next topic, threshold. Coverlet allows you to specify a coverage threshold below which it fails the build. This allows you to enforce a minimum coverage percent on all changes to your project. .NET test/p, collect coverage equals true/p, threshold equals 80. The above command will automatically fail the build if the line, branch, or method coverage of any of the instrumented modules falls below 80%. You can specify what type of coverage to apply the threshold value to using the threshold type property. For example, to apply the threshold check to only line coverage. .NET test/p, collect coverage equals true/p, threshold equals 80/p, threshold type equals line. You can specify multiple values for threshold type by separating them with commas. Valid values include line, branch, and method. You can do the same for threshold as well. .NET test/p, collect coverage equals true/p, threshold equals \80, 100, 70 \/p, threshold type equals \line, branch, method \. By default, Coverlet will validate the threshold value against the coverage result of each module. The /p threshold stat option allows you to change this behavior and can have any of the following values. Minimum. Default ensures the coverage result of each module isn't less than the threshold. Total ensures the total combined coverage result of all modules isn't less than the threshold. Average ensures the average coverage result of all modules isn't less than the threshold. The following command will compare the threshold value with the overall total coverage of all modules. .NET test/p, collect coverage equals true/p, threshold equals 80/p, threshold type equals line/p, threshold stat equals total. Let's check with the example. Here I am setting up the threshold to 90% for coverage. Then execute the command in Developer PowerShell. As a result, we can see the error message that the line, branch, and method coverage are not meeting the target threshold of 90%. Now I am executing the threshold for 80%. In result, we can see the line and branch coverage meet the target threshold, but method coverage is less than 80%, so we are getting these errors in result window. Now, let's execute for 70% threshold. In result window, we can see all the coverage passed successfully. I am going to set up 90% threshold for line coverage. Here we can see except line, other coverages are passed. We are getting error message for line coverage. Now executing 80% threshold for line coverage. And here we are getting the success for line coverage. In same way, I am going to execute threshold for branch and method coverage. Our next topic is excluding from code coverage. Attributes. You can ignore a method, an entire class, or assembly from code coverage by creating and applying the exclude from code coverage attribute present in the system. Diagnostics, code analysis namespace. You can also ignore additional attributes by using the exclude by attribute property, short name, i.e. the type name without the namespace, supported only. .NET test/p, collect coverage equals true/p, exclude by attribute equals obsolete, generated code attribute, compiler generated attribute. Source files. You can also ignore specific source files from code coverage using the exclude by file property. Use single or multiple paths, separate by comma. Use file path or directory path with globbing, for example dir1/star.cs. Filters. Coverlet gives the ability to have fine-grained control over what gets excluded using filter expressions. Syntax/p, exclude sadface assembly filter, type filter. Wildcards. Asterisk equals, matches 0 or more characters. Equals, the prefixed character is optional. Please check the examples. Include. Coverlet goes a step in the other direction by also letting you explicitly set what can be included using the include property. Examples. First one for, includes all types in all assemblies, everything is instrumented. Second one for, includes the coverage class in the coverlet, core namespace belonging to any assembly that matches coverlet, asterisk, e.g. coverlet core. And third one for, includes all types in any assembly starting with coverlet, and ending with .test or .tests, the makes the S optional. Both exclude and include properties can be used together, but exclude takes precedence. You can specify multiple filter expressions by subparting them with a comma symbol. You can also include coverage of the test assembly itself by setting /p, include test assembly to true. Let's check the examples. In this example, I am going to explain how to extract test case method or class though attribute. Please follow this example. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please subscribe to my channel.